Ah, are we in here? We in here. Can I be seen? Can I be heard? Let me know something one time, please, and thank you. Hello, hello. Am I seen? Am I heard? Let me know something. Let me know something. Talk to me. Talk to me. All right, all right. I think we got some audio. I think we got some audio. We got some vision. All right. All right, we in here? All right, for sure. My boy J0894979289 4892 stop sign 49798 cross the T dot the I 89497 894 squiggly sign hyphen in the building. My dog, what's happening with you? Let's get you up here one time. We got It's Synced in here. All right, let's get you up here one time. Who you be? It's Synced. Who you be, player? Okay, all right. Oh, that's my boy Cozy. All right, that's my boy. All right, that's my boy Cozy. What's that, Wardy? What's that with it? That's my guy right there. Yo, Train in the building. What's that? The Otter and Visha is good. I bet it up. Yo, my boy Phil Kakarot in the building. My boy Phil, Philly 545 aliases in the building. Yo, Phil, I'm gonna need you to relax, man. You're like, man, you was tripping. You was tripping, man. Like that was the most unintentional, disrespectful shit I'd ever seen in the Discord, man. Like, damn. I was like, whoa. Oh. You're like, man, what you mean? Act like it was just me, man. You 10-0'd him just like I did. I was like, oh, that hurt. Oh. That was a gut punch right there. Oh. Like, yo, man, can't do my boy V-Lou like that, man. Don't do my boy V-Lou like that, man. That hurt me. Like, dang. Like, man, I ain't in this alone. You 10-0'd him too. Oh, man. He said he called me out. Yo, man. That mean your name ringing bells a little bit, man. Your name ringing bells a little bit, dog. That's all that mean. That's all that mean, dog. I like getting called out, man. I like getting called out. Cheers to everybody out there. Let me see. All right. Oh, a couple more notifications on the Twitter. And much appreciate everybody that like the tweets, that share, that retweet. Hit the like button while you're in here on the YouTube inside of the game while you're at it. If I could just trouble you for that quick favor. Know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, how y'all living, man? How y'all live? I had to get that feel real quick, man. That was just crazy. I was getting ready to hit the live button. I'm up here reading that. I'm like, oh, feel out for blood today. Oh man. So like, if y'all was wondering why I was a couple minutes late, that was why. I was laughing. I was laughing at Phil. Yeah, so blame him. Blame him. I'm up here dying. I'm like, whoa, man. Man, Phil drawing blood today. But yeah, man, how are y'all doing, man? Before we get into the discussion for the day, probably run a few matches. You know what I mean? I run a few matches. Do I still blame you? Hey, all right then. It's just like that then. But while we getting down to business, bam, y'all know what we gotta do. Y'all know what we gotta do. We gotta throw that theme song on. We gotta have our music playing. Nah, man. You can't be in here tripping without the over trip. You know what I mean? Now I'm cool, man. That's what's up. Glad to have you up in here, AJ. Let's get you up here one time, baby. Boy, Ant Dog in the building. What's up with you, Wardy? Appreciate you pulling up as always, man. They're in and out the chat putting up Christmas decorations. Yo, man. It's wild that we already at that time of year, bruh. It's wild, man. We already here. Man, I can picture Ant being one of those extra people. You know what I'm saying, with the decorations. I can absolutely see Ant being like a Clark Griswold out here, dog. I can absolutely see it. I can absolutely see that. Yo, Sim in the building. What's up? Let's go ahead and get you up here one time, baby. Oh, let me go ahead. Let me start my replay buffer just in case I gotta clip some of this heat we be dropping on here. Yeah, your boy about to get better with the clip game. I realized that my clip game has been severely lacking, and I'm about to rectify that. You know what I'm saying, to the utmost. Yeah, so I finally played me some Street Fighter 5. Okay, you played 5. Okay, that feels good, but I also got my butt toe up in hard mode. Hey, man, we all start from somewhere, man. Work your way up. You be all right. You be all right, baby. Gotta have fun overall, though. Who did you play? Who'd you pick? That's still working the election, but had to stop through and show love. Yo, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yo, Bray in the building. What's up with it? Let's get you up here one time, man. How you living? Hey, yo, pause. Yeah. You know what? That was crazy. That was crazy, ain't you? Right? You right? That was crazy. That was a little wild. That was a little wild. I mean, I guess I overlooked it because, you know, I wasn't tripping because I understood the context. But that was wild. That was wild. That was crazy. Yeah, that was a little out of pocket. That was a little out of pocket. I'll admit it. So I did my part. I voted. Yo, man, I feel you. Said Ryu so far. Okay, all right. That's a good way to start out. It's a good way to start out. So all good on my end. I'm on the PC hunt. Okay. I said, could I tap you on the shoulder? Man, come on, man. And Jay, man, I know, man. You ain't gonna be acting brand new up in here, man. Pop it up in the chat. Acting as if you need to ask. Ask if you need to ask. Come on, Jay. Don't be brand new with me. I'm already trying out this Aliens file. Oh, okay. How is that joint? How is that joint, man? I remember folks was talking about it when it first came out, and it seemed like it kind of fizzled a little bit, man. But how is it? Hey, hold on. I'm gonna pop over on the Twitch real quick, just see how that joint looking. Hopefully that joint looking alright on the Twitch side of the game. Let's see what it is. Say you surprised you had 44 views on your Twitch stream? That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Might be a sign, man. Keep it going. Keep it locked, man. Keep it locked, man. That might be a sign, baby. Yeah, man. Let me go ahead and throw some meteors up in the chat, man. Yeah, man. Let's throw some meteors up here one time, man. Let's get the meteors floating. Yeah, we out here a little bit. All right, bet. All right, everything looking good. Yo, I finally got my multi-stream together on my YouTube and my Twitch. So for those that just like being on Twitch, y'all can watch on Twitch, man. But for those who want the the pristine qualities, watching this in its fine 1440p visual quality, man, y'all can just holler at me on YouTube, man. Hit the sub button and the like button upon your entrance. You know what I mean? But if not, y'all can watch me on Twitch too, man. Ain't nothing, man. It's all on you, like BGCD Volume 2. Know what I'm talking about? So you need to post more YouTube shorts, Jet. All these L's you give out. You know what, Ant? That's actually on the way. That's actually on the way, man. Cause I finally got everything like figured out as far as that YouTube vertical plug-in that you can get. So like every time I get these joints, I can just click a button. It automatically turns into a vertical. I already have my layouts and everything. So that is absolutely in the works, dog. That's absolutely in the works. Great minds think alike on that, man. You already know. So I also like M. Bison. Yo, man, my guy. That's what I'm talking about, man. See, man, I knew I rock with you, AJ Pace. You know what I'm saying? M. Bison, man. I'm just waiting for them to add him to 6. I'm just waiting for them to add M. Bison to 6, man. As soon as they add him, ooh, boy, man, it's going dizzy. Because when it comes to that flow, we gets busy. Who is he? You know what I mean? But yeah, man, Cammy and Bison have always been my mains in Street Fighter, man, since the beginning of times. With a little bit of Ken, too. With a little bit of Ken and Alpha. And Alpha, I rock with Ken. And I picked Chun-Li in Street Fighter 3. Yo, my boy Dallas in the building. What's that, Wardy? You ain't missing nothing, man. We just up here, you know, like first half hour or so of the show, man. I just like to exchange pleasantries with the good people. Now I'm talking about. Just kind of like see how everybody doing. You know, see how everybody's week going. All that there. That's about it. You ain't missed much yet. And my friend hates him. Exactly. As he should. Yeah. The more people that you can make hate Bison, the better. That means you on the right track, baby. Yeah, your mission is to make people hate him even more then. They can't wait to get good with him. Hey, man. Just go in that training, man. Just get your training up. That's all. That's all. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. Hold on. There we go. I got that right there. Said we don't need Bison with Drive Rush. What you mean, man? That sounds like a match made in heaven right there, Becky. That sound like perfection. That sound like gotality right there. That sound beautiful. Says the cheating that's happening in Street Fighter 6 getting more common or rare. I don't know. That's actually a good question because I mainly only play with my friends. You know what I mean? So I really don't know. I haven't really been, you know, running with the randos like that. So that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. So I love his evil smile for sure. Man, everything about Bison is just gangster. All of it, man. The evil smile, the no pupils in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? Eyes ain't got no pupils. I don't know how you get that, but he got that. No pupils in the eyes. Eyes ain't got no pupils. Not to mention that he rock a cape. He beat you down with a cape on. That's gangster. You know what I'm saying? Got one of the coolest moves of all time, which is the Psycho Crusher. You can't go wrong with that. And when you think he gonna fly straight ahead at you, nope, he going up in the air, step on your head with his arms folded. Tell me that ain't gangster. Cause it is. Know what I'm talking about? Everything about Bison is just, man, just boss energy. You know what I'm saying? Just regally disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? There's no better type of disrespectful to beat. That sound like a headache? Oh, it do, don't it? Don't it, don't it? Don't it, though? Don't it, though? I know, dog. Need Bison for season 3, man. Come on. Come on, Capcom. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, man. Need Bison for season 3. I won't call for him season 2. I'm gonna go ahead. Like we can let everybody get their run. You know what I'm saying? But season 3, I'm gonna need that. Like around like 2025. I need Bison back, man. We gotta go ahead and do that. Matter of fact, bring back the whole Shadaloo crew. Need them back. Bring back Bison. We need the Raw back. We need Vega. And you know we gotta bring back Sagat because, you know, like, Fong don't even count, man. Fong don't even count, man. We good. We good over there. You know what I'm saying? Back up. Back up. Don't need no help. Bring back Sagat too. And bam, we getting money. Is there anybody real enough to wear a cape after the Incredibles? Not, yo, man. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. He wear that joint before and after. Before and after. He said, yo, I've been doing this since the 90s, and guess what? I don't even care. I'm still rocking that boy. I'm still rocking that boy too. Believe that. That's when you know you different. You know you different when you still rock the cape. Don't even care. Cause I'm doing me right now. I'm doing me. I'm doing me right now. They give me Thanos vibes. I can see that. I can see that. I love to play as Seth in Street Fighter. Oh man, you talk about a headache. Talk about somebody that be a headache. Seth would be a headache. Seth would be a headache for sure. Yeah, that would be an issue. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. That one might make me a little scared. Ultron energy. That's a whole fact. He is Ultron. Yeah, he is Ultron, man. Said Balrog connected with Ed and Sagat with Ryu, so they have a good chance to return, and I would agree. I would agree. I mean, I believe in like ultimately a lot of the characters that are pretty popular that people want back will eventually be back, because I truly do believe that they're gonna pay Street Fighter 6 to, you know, they're gonna pay Street Fighter 6 to, you know, to run for a very, very long time. Wait, hold on. Hey, hold on just a second. Let me see something. Why is my chat not showing up in my... What's my chat not showing up for? It's only showing up through Twitch. Why does that happen? Come on, not stream elements. Tighten up over here, man. Imagine Fei Long with Drive Rush, man. That would be nasty. That'd be nasty. Man, his Drive Rush would have to be like kind of like nerfed a little bit. They couldn't just let him like have a crazy Drive Rush like that. They couldn't just let him have a crazy Drive Rush, man. He'd be kind of dumb. He'd be kind of dumb, man. Like the fact that he has a DP that you can do while walking backwards is just crazy. Then give him a Drive Rush where he's just able to just to close in crazy. Nah, we can't have that. We gotta relax. They had to give him that kind of like a Drive Rush, kind of like Manon's or somebody. They had to do that. So I don't know if they'll bring back Fei Long because you got someone similar like Jamie. I mean, I don't think Fei Long and Jamie are that similar. I think Jamie is more similar to like Yun and Yang from Street Fighter 3 and 4. I don't think it's that similar to Fei Long. I still think there's room for him. So I also like Akuma. Buddy looked like a beast. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, granted, they're both Rekka characters, but I don't think they're very similar though. I don't think they're very similar in style. I think you know, like Jamie is more like Yun and Yang. And why is my chat not showing up like that? What is going on? Man, I swear it's always something, ain't it? It's always something. Hold on. Let's see something. Wow. Wow, wow. Alright. Oh, it's Streamlabs. Okay, it's not Stream Elements, it's Streamlabs. That's even more reason. Like, wait. Come on, Streamlabs, tighten up, man. What's going on? All widgets. All widgets, what up? Chat box, what up? We'll copy this joint all over. All right. Let's try that one more again. All right. So far, I hate Birdie. I'm not a fan of Birdie either. I never was a fan of Birdie. Never was a fan of Birdie like that. Yeah, I never been a fan of Birdie myself. I ain't even like him on Alpha. See what? Why is it bringing it up? Yo, man, Streamlabs be acting goofy sometimes, man. What's going on with your widget game, man? Tighten up. I swear, bro, on everything, dog. That bring back Dan, man. Dan can show up after all the other real characters show up. That's when Dan can come back, man. Till then, man, he can stay right where he at, man. He be alright. You don't need no Dan like that, man. Not when we got so many more important characters to get to, man. Can't bring back Dan. Not before them. And what is going on? So every time he gets to low health, he uses his ultimate on me. That's all right. You just gotta start expecting it. You just gotta start expecting that joint when he gets low on health. Then that means whenever you face him, whenever you facing him, you got something that you need to look out for. You gotta make sure that you got that on your radar, man. That's all that is. You be alright, dog. Alright, let me Alright. Alright, let me go ahead and tie up my cord real quick. I don't know if I'm gonna end up running games or not, but I don't know if I'm gonna be running games, but I'll see. In the meantime, I'm just gonna tie the cord up though. So I could never get my chat on screen with Streamlabs. It never acted right. Seemed like it act right whenever it want to. That is so strange, man. I remember that too. I remember we were troubleshooting that joint. Yeah, real talk. You right. Yeah, man. It's all part of the process, man. It's all part of the process. Yeah, it's all part of the process, dog. You got it. You got it. Don't even trip. That's light for you. That's light for you. But yeah, man. I guess we can start talking about what we was gonna talk about. Know what I mean? Cause I do have a question now. So we are approaching the 6-month mark of a game that I hold very, 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 very dear to me. Street Fighter 6. Huge fan of it. Enjoying myself playing it quite a bit. There's an issue that needs to be addressed at this point right now. We are nearly 6 months in. And we ain't got no skins, no outfits, and nothing really going on as far as the main roster of the game. Now, granted, we have gotten 2 characters. We got 2 characters, in fact, in 3 months' time. I'll give them that much. But as far as, you know, new outfits, new stages, we ain't getting no love. But every single month they up here trying to give us new battle pass items for things that we can use for our avatars and things we can have for the battle hub and all that. It's seeming very Fortnite-ish right now. And I must address the current state of Fortniteization that is going on in Street Fighter 6. What's going on around here? You know? Is something happening? Is something happening? Cause it seems that way. Oh man. Yo, Karoshi, how goes it, brother? Says it not loading. I can't see. Is what not loading? Matter of fact, throw you up here one time, man. Get you up here. But yeah, I'm starting to you know, take issue. I'm starting to take issue a little bit with the post-launch content direction that Street Fighter 6 is currently in. Not a huge fan. You know, now I was absolutely one of those people, like in the first couple months, saying, you know, give them time. They will roll the content out, you know, eventually. But now we're about 6 months in and we still haven't gotten anything. But every single month we seem to be getting new things for our avatars in the battle hub. And things that we can put on our photo modes and the such. There's all these things. There's all these things. Yet no things for the actual game. So you know what? Hey, Train. Hey, Train. Hey, Train. You know? Hey, Train. You know? You know? Thank you, Ant. But yeah, like there's an issue. There's an issue, man. I don't know where they're going with this, because I mean the season pass only has, or the character pass, or the ultimate pass, or whatever they want to call it. It only has 4 characters. I think we're only getting 2 stages. We haven't seen either one of them yet. The third costume for the characters, they've only been revealed by concept art. When are we actually gonna get them? Who knows? But we're approaching 6 months. This is kind of crazy. Yet every single month we're getting a new battle pass for this NBA 2K mode. What is going on? So you mean Street Fighter 2K? Pretty much. Said the World Tour is getting more love. They invested a lot of effort into that joint. It seemed like they invested a lot of effort across the board in the entire game, but it seems like they have a very, very clear way in how they want to monetize the game going forward. I don't think it's a reflection of the effort that they put into the game. Because I think all aspects of the game got love, but at the same time, they know post launch where they have more of a likelihood of monetizing the game in the long run. Says the World Tour popping like that. I don't see people playing it like that. I mean, I think the World Tour is popping enough to where people can level up their avatar and be able to, fight each other in the battle hub. I think avatar battles are pretty popular, but I'm not necessarily sure how popular the World Tour mode is in itself. So you kind of figured that's the way that it was going to go to generate the post-game income. Absolutely. I did expect that. I did expect it, but at the same time, I didn't expect that at the expense of all of this other content. Particularly content that we paid for. We haven't seen one inkling. We haven't seen one inkling of the stages that are supposed to be coming along in this season pass. We haven't seen these new costumes, these new skins for the characters in the game. Like, what's going on? Now I'm all for them getting their money on. All right, cool, get your money on. But at the same time, service everyone, not just this particular demographic over here. And Hen Dog, what's going on with it? How you living? Get you up here one time. They need to invest some effort into bringing back Skullmania. I will time you out immediately. I will time you out on the most immediate of instances. So I get it. Don't big up one without hooking up the other feature. That's all I'm saying. I'm cool. I'm cool with it. Go ahead, Fortnite the game up, because I think that aspect of the game is cool. I do think it's cool, but I don't think it's cool when it's being serviced at the expense of your core audience. Because those type of things should be, they should be in service and helping you grow your existing audience, not to neglect your loyal audience that's always been there. You can't do that. That's wrong on all the levels. They're kicking it, man, waiting for the white to whip up these quesadillas. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Yeah, I ain't mad at that. Yeah, that's one aspect of doing live service games, right? Indeed. They can't forget about the folk who got them to this point. Absolutely. 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 I mean, the 7,000 people that entered for Street Fighter 6 at Evo are not playing avatar battles. You know? You know, people like myself, people like my dog Kadoshi in the chat. We not playing avatar battles when we pull up when we pull up to our locals. You know what I'm saying? We playing actual characters in the game. Said we ain't got data. Maybe the avatars are the cash cows. Man, evidently so. Like avatar battles must be doing them incredible numbers. You know, they must be doing incredible numbers, which I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. You know, make your bread, because those people are gonna pay for our DLC seasons 1 through 10, so that I can eventually get M. Bison and Crimson Viper back. But don't neglect us in the meantime. So we playing actual characters and Dalsum. Absolutely, there we go. And Dalsum. Yes, Dalsum does not count as a real character. He is not a real character. He's off different somewhere. He's off different somewhere. Just like Ken. You know, like they're different characters. They're just off somewhere else. They're not real. You know. But yes, Kuroshi, your point. The avatars are the cash cows. That seems to be the case. I just wish they did a better job at servicing us over here. You know, that are really the heart and soul behind the participation behind this game. Said it could be worse, could be MK1. Wow. I would think that go full speed with the main content, because the professional scene is on fire with all these tourneys. I don't see why they can't do both. I don't see why they can't do both, man. I don't understand it. I believe that both could be serviced. Shout out to MK1 and the Red Cyrax. Yo, that's deep. Called Sector Red Cyrax out here. That's crazy. Say he built different. Hey man, Ford tough. It's crazy though. I mean, I wouldn't have expected that coming out of Street Fighter 5 and how they treated skins, and how skins pretty much seem to finance so much of Street Fighter 6. Like Chun-Li, Cammy, who else? Like what other skins, man? Mainly Chun-Li and Cammy. They're a collection of alternate uniforms or outfits, whatever you want to call them. Their alts absolutely put them in the black. I mean, I would just think that they would be more on top of it than that. considering how much money they are actually leaving on the table because of the popularity of these characters and how many people are still playing the game. There's still so many Cammy and Chun-Li players out here that you could make bank off of these skins. I don't understand it. I don't understand how they think sometimes, man. Meanwhile, they want to give us the Metro City Academies. They want to give us these season passes. They want to give us these collaborations. Collaborations, cool. All right, bet it up. Bet it up, that's fine. But not at the cost of your core. Not at the cost of your core. I don't think 6 months should go by without getting a new skin for somebody. Either they don't have enough workers post-launch or they're waiting for Capcom Cup. I would be inclined to think that it's more so the latter than the former. I don't think, based on the amount of content that they are constantly pushing out, I don't think the lack of manpower is the issue, because they're pushing out a lot of content. It's just not the content that, you know, we're necessarily excited about. It seems like they're pushing out a lot of content, but it's just very lopsided as far as how the content is balanced between, you know, the Battle Hub and the World Tour and the actual meat and potatoes of the game. You know, it's not like they're not, you know, they're not giving us content. They're giving us a lot of content. It's just not very balanced in how it's, you know, how it's distributed. So what comes with the season pass? The 4 characters, the 4 DLC characters. We've already gotten 2 of them already. Outfits for those 4 characters. 2 stages. And some other stuff that probably has already been spent, to be honest. The main thing is the 4 characters and the 2 stages, though. That GTA Street Fighter Edition is gonna be crazy, man. Tell me about it. Tell me about it, man. You already know. Say, give it a year and maybe we'll get back to business. They're just testing the water with the World Tour. I mean, I believe the World Tour is gonna be, that's gonna be an ongoing thing, because for every new DLC character we have, they have an entry that's added to the World Tour, and I believe that's gonna continue to go. But nonetheless, we will see. We will see what they end up doing. Says, you out here spending that money? No, I ain't out here spending that money. I ain't spent that money on nothing. I ain't spent that money on nothing other than the season pass itself, which I got at a discounted rate. I actually got the game and the season pass because I play on PC. I got the game and the season pass at the price that the regular version is even at on console. So hey, I'm good out here. I got stock in good gear. That means I'm all good here. So turns out I didn't even have to end up spending that money like that when the Turtles joint came out, because I just applied the the points that I got from that season pass towards buying my Raphael gear. So I still technically didn't spend that money. So you paid money for the TMNT turtle skin? I didn't have to, because I got the ultimate joint. I didn't have to actually spend that money. Yo, AJ Pace, be good out here, player. Said the World Tour is definitely a cool concept. I agree. I like the World Tour mode. I do. Yo, Blackathay, what's that with you? Appreciate the pull up, partner. How you living, man? Hey, hold on. Let me see something. Yeah, it's still not working. So you got the joint right below Ultimate. I'm trying to think. What was the difference in price between those two? I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't even remember the difference in price between those, but might have been like $15 or something like that. And I think that's what that was the difference. 20. Okay. Said 20. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Say that $20 and just, you know, make it up on something that you know that you're actually gonna want. I got the Ultimate Boy, so I already kind of had the in-game currency to buy the turtle stuff that I wanted. I think I got it for free anyway because I had a B-Day. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did. That's right. Yeah, I remember that. I remember you was saying that the first weekend the game was out, you wasn't gonna be able to play. I remember that. But yeah, man, like I'm bothered by that, man. Especially since those alternate threes look cool so far. The alternate threes is looking fire. Know what I'm talking about? Yeah, them joints looking fire. Especially the one for my babe Cammy. Especially the one with my babe Cammy, man. The Cammy's joint looks crazy. So what's going on with Capcom? Man, they tripping when it comes to the post-launch content, man. They not servicing the hood the way they supposed to be, man. That's all. They need to, you know, get their head back on their shoulders a little bit, man. Said when is Capcom Cup? Capcom Cup is February, if I remember correctly. Say, wait, hold on. Yeah, I believe Capcom Cup is February. Let me make sure. I'll double check right now. And why does my search engine keep getting? Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Out of there. Don't want none of these things. All right. When is Capcom Cup 2024? February 21st, 2024. Okay. That's when it seems like it is. Yeah, February 21st through February 25th. Yeah, so we're about 4 months out. No, about 3 months out. About 3 months. Man, time flies, man. So I hope they got security. Yo, man, that's crazy too, ain't it? That's crazy too, ain't it? Yeah, man, they gotta do better with that, man. They gotta tighten up. They gotta tighten up, man. They wildin'. They wildin', man. You just got random lunatics rushing the stage like that, and they was up there for a minute, man. Like, come on. Just fell asleep at the wheel, bruh. Just fell asleep at the wheel, dog. It's like, man, somebody rolling up on them like that, man. Hey, man, somebody roll up like that, dog. Man, bruh. Man, bruh. They don't catch a real fucking around. They don't catch a real one. Said maybe all this shit is a live form, handling world tour content, keeping the server smooth, and running this milli. Nah, I can't buy that. I can't buy that. I can't buy that, because if that's the case, man, they could balance it out. Then stop dropping as much world tour content and service the hood. Then, you know. With all the money that they've been raking in, man, I don't think they're overwhelmed as far as the workload is concerned. Pause. So I wonder what type of jail time they had to do for that. Yo, that's a good question. That's a good question. But disrupting like an event, like an assembly event like that, should bring a little bit of time. They out of pocket. Said motherfuckers would call it hands messing with my set. Yeah, man, dog, we'd been running a real life set right there. We'd been running a real life set. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, it would have been a first to three for real. Yeah, you know they already plotting on the Game Awards. Oh man, you know the Game Awards stay getting a hit. The Game Awards, man, they stay rolling up on Jeff, man. They just swear up and down. Jeff is just, they swear like Jeff is just barbecue chicken. They ain't got no respect for Jeff, man, and what he doing, man. They so disrespectful to him. Like, man, it ain't shit to Kanye him. Yo, man, we got Jeff, man. Like, man, let's see what Capcom talking about, man. We know we got Jeff. You know what I'm saying? Jeff is sweet business out here. You know what I'm saying? Jeff is sweet business. We got him. We don't test the market everywhere else, though. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying. Like, man, these folks is wild out here, bro. Folks are so disrespectful. Swipe all these notifications off, bro. Like, these joints is out of pocket. They think Jeff sweet. He just need the judo and net one time. Man, I don't know, man. They persistent about their cause, man. I don't know. They persistent about their cause, man. They do think Jeff is sweet business out here though. They do think that. This year he might have something for them stage rushes. We'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know, man. Jeff. I don't know, man. I would have thought that Jeff would have been on to him by now. That motherfucker's not protesting nothing important. It feels like stop human trafficking. I'm like, okay, we need to do that. Stop oil, bro. Said fuck out of here. I don't own a Tesla. Yo, man, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Now look, I'm all for the stop oil movement to an extent because gas out here is $5 a gallon. I'm not trying to be driving more than I got to as it is. So yeah, like from that extent, I am stopping my oil movement. I'm stopping the oil. But unless you pop it up in these streams, clicking that goddamn link and that be popping up every 15 minutes or so and contributing to the goddamn cause, hey man, I don't want to hear about no stop oil unless you buy me a Tesla. All right? Unless you want to give me one of them Mustang Mach-E's out here, I don't want to hear about your stop oil play off. All right? Cause I don't know about y'all out here. Y'all out here that be rushing stages. But I ain't got it in me to walk everywhere I need to walk. Alright? So in the between time, I'm gonna need you to stop rushing these goddamn stages because I like watching Capcom car. You might want to take your movement somewhere else to where it actually applies. Anyway. Big Philly style, what's happening with you? Said Jeff need to stop hiring cousins as security. That's an old fact, bruh. Yo, Bats in the building. What's that, Wardy? All right, the Ken players is all waking up. All right, what's happening with y'all? These dudes are an example of poor people fighting amongst one another. Facts. Whole facts. Whole facts, bruh. Say electric cars are real nice. So I've heard. So I've heard. Yeah, so I've heard. I mean that is gonna be a move. That is gonna be a move, but until I make that move, don't rush the stage on me. Don't rush the stage on me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta relax. Yeah, Jeff should just go ahead and hire some goons from the local hood and that should get resolved. Nah, man. Them tables will turn on Jeff real quick, man. Yo, man. Today they getting hired. Tomorrow, they extorting that man. No, that is not the way, Bats. That is not the way. Like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea on paper. That man will go from employer to extortee that quick. No. Jeff should not be doing business with the goons, man. Man. I don't want nothing to happen. I don't want nothing to happen to Jeff, man. I want Jeff to be all right. I want Jeff to be cool. I want Jeff to be able to, you know what I'm saying, lay his head down at night, you know what I'm saying, not have to be stressing. Hey, what's a little extortion? Yo, man, that little extortion is a lot. Jeff gonna be walking out on stage in his socks. Facts. Facts. Yo, man. Can't have Jeff out here like that, man. Man, Jeff ain't do nothing to deserve that, man. Jeff ain't do nothing to deserve that, man. We gotta protect Jeff a little better than that, man. We can't walk Jeff into the Lions den, man. We can't do that. There's some goons from the valley is wild, yo, man. I like them shoes, little bruh. Like them shoes, little bruh. Said Jeff holding out GTA 6 info? Nah, man, nah. Jeff ain't doing that, man. That's all Rockstar, man. Man, fuck Rockstar, man. Fuck Rockstar, man. I ain't blaming nobody. I ain't blaming nobody for that other than them, bruh. At this point, man, I don't even care about GTA 6, man. Fuck GTA 6 too while we at it. Until we actually see it, man, fuck GTA 6. Fuck Rockstar 2 while we at it. And it bump where you get your beats. Yo, Bobby Bottles in the building. What's that, Wardy? Hey, y'all see the rumor that the next Assassin's Creed will be based on the studio? Man, I wouldn't, man. Rumor and Assassin's Creed. That's two reasons for me not to care. I'll see when I see. I'll see when I see. So far, I saw Rumor and Assassin's Creed. That's kind of crazy. See, I blame Jeff for Death Stranding. Nah, man, I blame that. Never mind, nothing. And trying to he trying to set me off, man. And really trying to set me off, but I'm not gonna chase the bait. I'm not gonna chase the bait on that one. But you never go full Kojima. In the words of Bats, never go full Kojima. This is what happens. That's what happens when you go full Kojima, man. You allow Kojima to just go all the way Kojima, man. You end up getting a game about walking. You end up getting a game about walking and shooting fecal matter at monsters. That's what you end up getting. You can't go full Kojima, man. That's what happens. That's what you're stuck with. Hope you're happy. And they greenlit a sequel to that. That's just crazy. They really greenlit a sequel to that. Like, that is wild. That is wild how they did that. Like that, man. Get a post-apocalyptic paperboy. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Where you get babies in a jar. You get babies in a jar, and and urine guns. What is going on? I am Legend Paperboy 2. Wow, that's deep, bruh. That's deep, bruh. Said Death Sleeping 2 about to go crazy. Yeah, we'll see. Hey, yo, Train, is it gonna go crazy? Is it gonna go crazy? Because if anybody know about going crazy, you know go crazy, Train. So that's why I end up skipping franchises, man. Facts. You can play everything, but it sure seems I skip what needs to be skipped pretty well. Yo, man, word up. Word up, bruh. Man, a whole lot of people end up taking the bullet for me, man. I'm cool on all that. I'm cool on all that, man. I let a lot of people go ahead and take that bullet. My time is valuable. My time is valuable. Yeah, real shit. Like, man, I'm trying to think. Like, the only games I bought this year. You see, I bought Dead Space. I bought Dead Space. I bought Resident Evil 4. I bought Street Fighter 6. I bought Final Fantasy 16, and I bought Spider-Man. All that other stuff, man. I'm cool. I'm cool, bruh. I am very I'm very selective of what I devote my time to now. Gotta be selective, bruh. Yeah, don't forget the shameless Monster Energy plug. I mean, that's in a lot of games though nowadays. That's in a lot of games nowadays, man. Yeah, that's marketing budget. These companies come to you, be like, hey, yo, man, throw this in the game real quick, man. We throw you a little bit of cheese, man. They like, all right. So sometimes you try a new IP, you get Ghost of Tsushima, but at the same time, like, you know when you look at something, like by now, like, Citron, Ant, Bats, a lot of us, we're all in the same age group generally. So by now, we kind of know what we're looking at. We know what we're looking at by now. We can pretty much eyeball a game and know whether that's kind of like up our alley or not, or whether it's something that we're going to be interested in playing. So that being said, you don't really get caught off guard. Like, I knew I was going to like Ghost of Tsushima. So like whether something is a new IP or whether it's already been established for generations, I know whether I'm gonna like something or not. I know whether something is up my alley or not. That just like, like a couple weeks back, me and Sin were having that conversation about Mario and about Spider-Man. It has nothing to do with the quality of the game. I just don't have a desire to play that type of game anymore. I'm cool on that. Doesn't have anything to do with the quality of the game, but I do know by now what I like. And I do know that based on my personal taste, I'm going to have more fun swinging around the city as Spider-Man than I will jumping around on a Goomba's fucking head as Mario. Now, mileage may vary from person to person on that, but I can eyeball a product, whether it be a movie, whether it be a movie, whether it be a video game, whether it be anything and whatever else. I know I can pretty much look at something and realize whether, you know, like, all right, this is up my alley and this is, you know, all right, I'm cool. So this segment was sponsored by Better Health. Yo, yo, man, we're gonna take money from everybody, man. This game costs $250 million to make, man. We taking everybody's cheese, man. Yo, throw a billboard up in our open world, man. We got a billboard we need to put up. Sit down. I was feeling left out until you said age group. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, and I'm not even saying that to single you out, Sim, because I know, like, your 13th birthday is, you know, a year and a half away, right? But we have been around, like, we have been playing, or at least, you know, playing and or observing the growth of video games for about 30-something years. So by now, I know where my tastes lie. I know where my tastes lie a little bit. Like, nah, player. You ain't just gonna be getting me buying any old thing. I know that I'm going to like Resident Evil, so I'm copping. I know that I'm going to like Final Fantasy, so I'm copping. And even then, those games have to win me over because Final Fantasy is a different game, is a different story. Not a different game, but a different story every time you play it. Unless they're, you know, direct sequels to a previous joint or whatever. But every mainline game is different. So it has to win me over all over again. I know I'm gonna like Spider-Man. I'm a Marvel fan. So unless it just don't look crazy, like a lot of those B-Nox joints did, and I didn't play those. But by and large, if it's a Marvel game, I'm be ready to roll the dice on it, you know, provided that it looks presentable. So whether something is a new IP or whether something is an established IP, I know what I'm looking at when I see it. Just as a person that's been indulged in the act of playing video games for decades, I know what I'm looking at. I know what I see. I know when something look heat and when it look, you know, a little walkie-talkie. Death Stranding never looked cool to me. It never looked cool, ever. Every time they showed what you do in that game, it looked boring. You were walking. Every time. I remember E3, I think it was E3 2018, where they had a presentation. They had a presentation of, I believe it was Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us 2, Spider-Man, and Death Stranding. Each one, like, I can't say each one, but The Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and Spider-Man all had set pieces that you were a part of. They all had set pieces that they displayed. Death Stranding was just a cutscene and walking around. That's all it was. And then finally, when it looked like it was about to get into somewhere where you fought, where you like encountered the big dog thing, that's when it ended. What was going? I know what I'm looking at. I believe them when games and devs show me what they are and what they have. I believe them. I don't think that it's any more up under the surface than what they show me. Said, I understand time is definitely valuable. I don't think I'm buying a lot of games next year. Said, it might be 1 or 2 games I'm looking forward to. Hey, man, I understand it. I understand it. Like, that's honestly how I've been for like the last 4 years. The amount of games I've purchased has gone down dramatically. Like ever since 2019, man, I'm like, man, like I'm not just about to be out here willy-nilly, man. I'll let y'all catch that bullet, dog. I'll let y'all catch that bullet. I'm cool. Like, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the only thing. It's the only thing that's on the list for me. That's it. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is getting copped. Everything else, man, we gonna see what's out. Said Wolvie not coming out next. I mean, yeah, we don't know when Wolverine's dropping. So I can't say when that. I can't say when that's coming out. We don't know. Like, we ain't even seen the game. We ain't even seen that joint. You know, I mean, I trust the developer to to deliver that joint in a timely manner, but at the same time, we ain't seen that joint. I don't know when that joint dropping. As far as I know, that joint could be 2027. But yeah, man, I'm cool. I'm cool on just arbitrarily just rolling the dice on games. Like, nah, I ain't about that life. I ain't about that life. I will absolutely just play through a joint all over again. I had played Final Fantasy VII Remake so many times. I played it so many times. I played Spider-Man so many times. I played God of War so many times. I will play a game over before I just buy a new game for the sake of buying it. Like, that's one thing I've never understood. I've never understood this about gamers, just in general. And this is just random. This is not necessarily directed to any one of y'all in chat. And hey, G, what up, though? How you living, baby? I've never really understood why gamers will say one and done. Why are gamers so quick to just say one and done games? Just because it doesn't have a multiplayer, why is a game one and done? Are movies one and done? I watch Goodfellas every single year. Like, when I say every single year, I watch Goodfellas every single year. I watch Coming to America every single year. Like, there are movies that are just constantly that I just like to watch. Like, after a certain amount of time has passed, I've got to consume this piece of content again. It's about that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it that people are so quick to put the one and done tag on games? Like, that's more weirdo behavior to me. If something is that good, why wouldn't you want to experience it, more than one time? I can't count how many times I went to go see the first Avengers movie in the theaters, let alone how many times I watched it, when it came out at the crib. Why are gamers weirdos? Huh? Why are gamers weirdos? Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but I just never understood the concept behind that. When something is of quality, when something is of good quality, why not subject yourself to it more than one time? It's like, nah. I've already experienced that good game. Let me go play something that's new, but not as good now. Why? Why? Hey, yo, Bobby, relax, man. So I played Miles Morales 5 times and Kana 3 times. There you can see. That's what I'm saying, man. Said I play shit once usually, and then I'm done. Train, you're not a gamer. Like, Train, you literally have to only play things one time because it takes you literally 4 years to beat one game. So yeah, it makes sense. You die so many times within the confines of one playthrough. You can't just repeat shit. You can't do that. Like, that would be just crazy. How crazy would that be? Answer. Spoiler alert. Crazy. That's how crazy it would be. I'm saying, why can't I enjoy games on our consoles? Why they trying to make people choose sides? Yo, that's a whole nother question of the weirdoism. That's another question of the weirdoism right there. That's a fact. Yeah, Bobby wild and right. I don't know. Bobby is wild and right and wild and wrong at the same time. Cause that's a whole nother conversation. There could be some toxicity that'll follow with that. Like, you know, never mind. Like, hold on. Like, y'all about to trigger memories. Y'all about to trigger memories, and now no, we are not going down that lane today. We're not doing that. All right, we chilling. We chilling. We are not doing that. We're not doing that. Golly. I might have to time Bobby out just for my own personal protection. Might just have to time him out just cause. Like, yo, man, take it easy. So I platinum Spidey 2 on my second playthrough. There you go. There you go. So I've been playing Legend of Heroes Trials of Cold Steel for I've been playing Legend of Heroes Trials of Cold Steel 1 for 3 years. Damn. I respect it, man. I feel you. I played Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Uncharted 4 multiple times. That's what I'm saying, bruh. Yeah, Train just be saying shit to make Jet mad. That's a fact. That's a fact. Said we left that life behind us. Hey, man, we're trying. Well, I can't say we. 'Cause I ain't gonna speak for you. I'm trying. I'm trying to be better. Yeah, bro, having flashbacks. Yo, man, listen. Yo, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Yo, Millie in the building. What's happening with you, dog? How you living, dog? Appreciate the pull up, man. Said Metal Gear 4. Yo, man. Metal Gear 4 is a classic, man. Metal Gear 4 is a classic. I just went back to Arkham Knight and having a blast. Yo, man. The Arkham games. Yo, man, we ain't even gonna talk about Arkham. Yo, Jay. Come on, dawg. Arkham? I wish somebody would look me in my face and say Arkham is one in. Man, bruh. Man, bruh. I swear, on everything. Yeah, Train, crazy. That so far Alien Fire Team is cool. Just play with some randoms and it went fine. All right. Said replayed Metal Gear Solid 2 on the Vita last year. Yo, that's crazy that you still have a Vita. That's wild. They're taking it one day at a time. That's the only way to take it, bro. Everything's good over here, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you pulling up. So I can play Snake Eater for a month straight. Hey, man, I believe that. I believe that. Yeah, man. I never understood the concept of people saying these one and done games, man. Like this. I don't understand why gamers are weirdos, man. You see, and this is the exact reason why I say I don't talk about games with gamers, man. That's the exact reason. Because all of these people that come up with these crazy narratives are just, you know, they're just frauds, man. But those are the people that make up the large, you know, such a large percentage of the social media gaming community. Said people who say one and done are weirdos anyways. Motherfuckers don't appreciate shit, always want the new. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Like it's weird. It's really weird, man. It's weird behavior. Said they bored this gen. Honestly, man, they bored every gen, man. They bored every generation. They bored every generation. Like, man, all they do is recycle the same old narratives over and over and apply them to every new thing that comes out. That's all they do, man. Like these are not creative people. These are not creative people at all. At all. These are the same people that have been talking, the same people, the people that are talking about Spider-Man and doing all these side-to-side comparisons and saying that this game looked better at this time than this. They were doing it last gen too. They were just doing it with a different game, and they just apply it differently, but they're doing the same thing. Like they have a specific playbook that they follow. It's the weirdo gamer playbook. They follow it to a T. They have studied it from prologue to epilogue. They got it all in here, from ear to ear. So I never heard the term one and done until I started meeting gamers on social media in 2020. Yo, man. Just saying. That dude's finished Spider-Man and already want Wolverine, but got 9 unplayed games in that backlog. Yo, 9 is being kind. They probably got 9 unplayed games from the last 9 months in that backlog. You go into that total backlog, they got 900 games that they ain't played. Man. Gamers are weird, man. Gamers are weird. Said the term overrated is one that grinds my gears too. Yo, man. That too, man. That too, man. Meanwhile, just up here playing Street Fighter 6. Meanwhile, man, if there is not a game that currently interests me, I'm not just gonna buy a new one just for the sake of buying a new one. I will go back on Old Faithful and play Street Fighter. I will just go back and play Street Fighter again. I'm cool. See, I produce on the side so I don't get bored with games like that. Maybe they do need an extra hobby. Yo, I would always encourage that anyway. And see that's a whole nother can of worms that I think potentially that we could open up. We can go down that lane, but AG, absolutely. I believe a large percentage of the problem is also the fact that they are one-dimensional people. I think that's a large percentage of the problem too. The fact that they lean on gaming to just provide all of their entertainment all the time. I don't think that's healthy. See, right now NBA season is going on, so like gaming is not, man, gaming is not my primary source of entertainment at all. NBA season going on. Hoop is happening. Hoop is happening right now. Like, I feel like I have to actually carve out time where I want to play video games. That's why I'll only run if some of the homies is on. Like, man, honestly, I've spent more time, like I played Street Fighter more offline in offline experiences than I have online. Like in the last 2 weeks, like I entered 2 locals where I was playing Street Fighter at. That's where I've mostly been playing Street Fighter. I ain't even been playing Street Fighter online that much. And Street Fighter is the only game that I've played in the last week. I ain't booted up this PC to game or booted up this PlayStation to game like at all, really. So why y'all think my streams are short as fuck now? I need to watch these NBA. Yo, man, hey, yo, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. That's why y'all don't see me on Sundays no more. Hey, man, I understand. I understand, man. I think people need other hobbies. I think that's a great point, AG. I think when you lean too much on one thing, just in general as a human, I think that is a hindrance to just. I think that's a hindrance to just your overall just well-being as a human. I think that is just that's an unhealthy thing to do. You got to have a diverse range of things that you can pull from, man. It helps you, you know, it helps you have a sense of perspective as a human being. There's nothing wrong with knowing a little bit about, like, even if it's just from an entertainment standpoint. There's nothing wrong with just being able to consume, you know, film, video games, sports, you know, whatever it may be, man. You got to be able to diversify, man. You got to diversify. When you lean too much on one thing, man, it's a detriment. See, I build Gundams, mountain bike, and got kids. Can't be bored gaming. I rarely get to. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, because ultimately, like, if your time is more limited, like if you have a wider range of hobbies, and you dedicate time to all those hobbies on top of the responsibilities that you have as a person, the time that you do get to dedicate to gaming is going to ultimately mean more because you don't get to do it as much. So you're not going to be wasting time. You're not going to be wasting time on experiences that are only halfway worth it. Every time you sit down to game, it's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be a big deal because you don't get to do it. That people out here want you to play any and everything, comment on all things gaming. Yo, man, for real, man. Like, it's, yo, man, The best thing I could have done is niche down, man. I'll talk about a whole lot of other things, just in general. But folks know to come to me for fighting game related stuff. I like talking about fighting games, you know, for the most part. The best thing I could have done is niche down. Because that saves you from having to talk about a whole bunch of things that you only halfway care about. And that's being generous. Word. So when a great game comes along, it feels like an experience. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like the next game that I'm buying is going to be February 29th. The last game that I bought was October 20th. It's going to be about 5 months in between me buying one game. I'm not buying it. I don't plan, at least, on buying any game for the next 3 months. So what's February? Yo, man, hey. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is this gonna be the first time that I have to time out? That's the time out one of my homies. Is it, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Is this gonna be one of the times? Is this gonna be one of the times? Millie is my dog. It's gonna hurt me to do it. It's gonna hurt me to do it, but do I gotta? Cause that's just crazy. Oh. Said, look, man, it's too many games. I feel you. But see, Rebirth is not just a game. It is an experience. It is a life-changing experience out here. And Jay, what was that, player? What's going on? Before you hit the enter button, we gotta check our emojis, baby. What are we doing? That fourth emoji that don't belong. All right, we gotta tighten up. Saying also I gotta play part. See, all right, Millie. You know what, man? You are officially on probationary terms right now, man. You officially on probationary terms. What's happening? What are we doing? You just slipping into darkness, dog. I'm gonna need you to rectify that, baby. Said, hey yo, yeah, that's an Ayo right there. That's an Ayo for sure. Said Street Fighter 6 happened. No, man. Nah, dog. We can't do that one. Because part 1 came out in 2020. Part 1 came out in 2020, dog. Part 1 dropped in 2020. Come on now, dog. Oh no. Let's say the word, I'll pull the trigger. Nah, I can't do that to Millie. I can't do that to Millie, man. That's my guy. But I must say, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Yo, True Bleed, what's that with it? Said remake easily one of the best Final Fantasy games. Yes. Remake easily one of the best. Well, I'll slightly adjust that. One of the best games, period. One of the best games. It's a very, very faithful and worth it remake of what is the greatest game ever made. The original Final Fantasy VII. That honestly, Insomniac, Square, and Capcom are making the best current gen games. I don't dispute that. I don't dispute that. Yeah, trust me, I do have plans for it in the near future. I would hope so, man. I would hope so, brother. You way late. You way late. He said, I'll time myself out from yeah, man. We gotta tighten up on that one, Jay. We gotta tighten that up. Yo, Akil, what's happening with it, dog? How you living, man? Get you up here one time. It's that Mass Effect teaser. I don't think I got you up last time, man. Go ahead and get you up here one time, too. Get you up here, too. Yeah, get you up here. Mass Effect teaser. Shout out to them footsteps, man. Shout out to them footsteps. Them footsteps was fire. Oh man. Shout out to them footsteps, man. Said hopefully before Tekken 8 drops. I would hope so, man. Said why do OG fans hate Final Fantasy VII Remake? Because, all right, the same reason why OG fans hate remakes of anything. That's why. Nostalgia is very, very blinding. That's why. Nostalgia is blinding, and some people just don't like certain changes. You know, I mean, I respect it. I respect it. Like you said, Millie, OG fans being OG fans. I get it, because there are certain changes, like whenever certain liberties are made, I may not like all the changes. So I mean, I get it. I get it. But that is the reason. That is the reason. OG fans generally want something that is going to be as faithful to what they loved as humanly possible. And when it deviates from that, there's usually a problem. That's the short answer of it. That's the short answer of it. And to be honest, I can't look down on those people, because there are instances recently in which I feel that certain deviations of a product were to its detriment. Spider-Man 2. So I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, look down on those fans that may have wanted something that was a little bit more faithful to the original when, you know, certain deviations are made, because at times I can be one of those people. But that's ultimately what I believe it stems from most of the time. To answer your question. You said, what's wrong with Marvel, man? Echo, who asked for another Kingpin stealing? Yo, man. Yo, man. Yo, man. Modern Marvel. That's all I can say, man. Modern Marvel, baby. It's modern Marvel. It's modern Marvel. I mean, look at the shit they got coming out on Friday, man. Modern Marvel. I'll just leave it at that, dog. They destroyed Blade. They destroyed Blade before it was made. They destroyed Blade before it was even made, bruh. They destroyed Blade, allegedly. They destroyed that joint 5 times before it ever even hit production. Apparently, they had 5 different scripts for Blade, and Mahershala Ali almost walked out because that joint was so trash. How that joint get murdered 5 times? Yo, man, listen. Modern Marvel, man. So, and 2 different directors. Facts. 2 different directors and counting. Modern Marvel, bro. Like that to answer your question, Tron. What's going on with Marvel? Modern Marvel is going on with Marvel. I'm not gonna go any further because I'm sure you know what I mean. But look at this shit they dropping on Friday. Look at this shit that they've been. Look, man. Modern Marvel. This shit's crazy. Said Marvel died with Tony. Yeah, one could say that. Said disgusting, man. Can't even eat, can't even watch NBA. Yo, man. Yo, man, that's all I can say about it, man. I ain't trying to get myself up out of here, man. But yo, man, hey, man, you know. Said, but you know, they may have a great turnout with the women and girls this Friday. I hope so. Good for them. I hope so. Just leave it at that. Said should have just left that whole story and moved into mutants. Man, I wish you were around. I wish that you were around in 2019 when I said the exact same thing. When everybody was, you know, kind of calling me crazy. Not everybody as far as y'all, but man, not y'all, but even if they didn't go into mutants, man, like to me, like personally, even if they didn't go into mutants, I was calling for Dr. Doom. I've been calling for Dr. Doom ever since 2019 when Thanos was no longer a threat. I was calling for Dr. Doom. Man. Said the strike is to blame right now. No, the strike is not to blame. Because this has been a problem ever since this has been an issue ever since 2019. The issue that they're having right now has been an issue since 2019. So we can't necessarily blame the strike. We can blame the strike for you know, production going forward. But they still have to answer for the last 3 years. You know. Said mutants can carry it for another 20 years. Yeah, they can. So I still wish X-Men was brought into the forefront earlier. I do too, but they technically could not have done it before 2019. They technically couldn't have done it before then. They had to wait until they had the X-Men and Fantastic Four rights back from Fox. So they need to wait to bring out X-Men to these writers. To these writers that got, yeah, facts. That's facts. Said word, Doom and Kang team up could have carried Marvel. And the weird thing is, the weird thing about it is the fact that they had access to Dr. Doom, but they're actually using Kang to fulfill the role that Dr. Doom actually had in Secret Wars. Like, I don't know why they're doing this. I like, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Like, instead of having Dr. Doom, which is a more recognizable figure in Marvel fandom, we're gonna get this lesser popular character and have him fulfill the role of the more popular character. Why? Why? See, I don't even think they got casting together. No, they don't. They don't nearly. They don't. And to be honest, like I'm not mad at the fact that they were taking their time to get the mutant casting, to get the mutant saga under control. I'm not mad at that. I'm more so disappointed in what they've done in their lack of a plan while they get everything together with the mutants. Because like, if you don't want to rush into the mutant saga, that's fine, because you didn't know that you were going to get the mutants back before 2019. So that's fine if you don't have a plan for them and you kind of want to formulate a plan for them. That's cool. But I hate the fact that you just had no plan beyond that. In the meantime, while you getting the X-Men and the Fantastic Four together, I'm mad that y'all had absolutely no plan. Like this is the best y'all had. This is what y'all had. Man, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Said, but supposedly they are replacing Kang with Doom. It shouldn't have even come to that. It shouldn't have come to that, Bats. It should have been Doom from the very beginning. Like I don't understand. I don't understand where this whole Kang movement even came from. I don't understand where that came from in the first place. Why they thought that was a good idea. What I don't understand with New Marvel is why they're so gung-ho about making you care about characters that you don't care about. Why are they so adamant on making you care about Echo? Why are they so adamant about making you care about Hawkeye? Why are they so adamant about making you care about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Why are they so adamant about making you care about insert whoever else get a Disney Plus show? Why are they so adamant on making you care about characters that ultimately do not push they don't push the meter? They don't push the needle. It is out of touch. It is out of touch. And the issue is they grossly overestimated their position. They grossly overestimated their position. They really thought that everything that they could put out that had a Marvel logo on top of it was going to be looked at as golden. And they tried to maximize the goodwill that they had with their fan base. They really tried to maximize that, and to the point to where now you're not putting out quality product because you're putting out so much of it, so you can't quality control it. So you have a whole lot of these products that come out with horrible CGI. All of these shows are written bad. All of them are written bad. All of the movies are written bad. The only movie that I enjoyed post Endgame was Spider-Man No Way Home. That was it. That was it. All the shows are missable. I did like Loki season 1. I like Loki season 1 okay. But we're talking about 2 products in a span of going on 4 years. 2 products in a span of 4 years. It's unacceptable, man. It's unacceptable. But yeah, it's completely out of touch. It's completely out of touch. Said they had to make you care because they're the new Avengers. Yeah, right. Right. As if people ever cared about the new Avengers in the first place. They never cared about... Man. Why all right, see, we up here talking about Marvel. All right, man. All right, we talking about Marvel. All right, we talking about Marvel. Said, let's be honest, no one cared about the Avengers until the MCU. Plus the villains aside from I'm not sure I would say that. I'm not sure I would say that. Now, granted, they weren't nearly as popular as the X-Men or if we're doing a comparison. But I wouldn't say that nobody cared about the Avengers, because people always at least cared about the individual characters. Like Iron Man was always considered a cool character. People always fuck with the Hulk. I'm not sure we can go that far with it. Say diversity and inclusion, man. Women are yo, man. Yo, man. Yo, Citron, man. Patreon conversation. I'm just say that. I'm gonna just say that, man. That they forcing the MJ and Spider-Man. People don't, yo, man. All right, man. Y'all really trying to go there right now. Said no, Miles. And see, you know what? I don't consider the Spider-Verse movies as part of, as part of that. Like that's the Sony universe. I do love the Spider-Verse movies. I do. But I don't even consider that as a part of the MCU continuity. I do love the Spider-Verse movies though. Said Guardians 2 was alright, but that movie and Spider-Man No Way Home. I mean, Guardians 2 was before Endgame too. Or unless you're talking about Guardians 3. Guardians 3 was okay. I'll give you that. Guardians 3 was okay. But even then, we're talking about 3 products. And the rest of it was bad. Man, say go ahead and get your stuff. Nah, man. Says Tron shooting from the logo, and he not wrong. Just being the person on the microphone right now, like I have to be I'm tiptoeing the fuck out of this right now. But there's a valid point. There's a valid point in the statement, and there's at least reason to have the conversation around it. But it's a very, very sensitive topic to people right now, and it's always going to be. The man, it is due to that though. We saw the writing on the wall with Endgame. That agenda was made readily apparent, even in Endgame. When you just had that forced unnecessary scene of all those women lined up next to each other like that. Like I was like, all right, that's cool. Yo, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Low. The chat is like the stream is probably lagging a little bit behind, but yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Man. Say, man, I need a podcast. I'm not trying to go wild on bro. Yo, man, man, I feel you. I feel you though. I feel you though. Like thank you. I respect it. I respect it, and and I appreciate you. But yeah, man, I'm trying to tiptoe this situation right now a little bit, but I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Said A-Force, yo, man. Said, what about Black Panther, man? What about Black Panther? That shit was trash too, man. Shit was trash too. Said Miss Forehead Cassidy, yo, man. Going in on Bri like that, man. Going in on Bri like that, man. Said can't help that Buddy died, but the whole this show swooped in and turned black. Yo, man, yo, man. It's wild. You know, it's wild. Like if we're gonna talk about Black Panther, my issue has always been their reasoning. My issue has always been their reasoning. Like they out of respect for Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. Out of respect for Chadwick Boseman and his legacy, they chose not to recast. They chose not to recast his character and instead passed the mantle off to his sister. But they were so quick to recast War Machine. They're so quick to cast even after Chadwick Boseman. They're recasting General Ross. There's already been a precedent for recasting in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Why didn't they recast this character that meant so much? That meant so much at this particular time. Why didn't they recast him? Why did they use that as an opportunity? And I can't speak on what their motives are, but it smells like they just used that as an opportunity to push a narrative. Because it wasn't necessary and it wasn't in service of the story. Yo, Ant. Hey, yo, Ant. And you know the part that bothers me about that even more, Ant? They gave him a son at that. They gave him a son. So now we're gonna perpetrate the fatherless child narrative at the end of the joint. Not a fan of that neither. Not a fan of that neither. You remove the strong black king. Yo, man. Let me stop. Y'all about to get me started, man. Y'all about to get me started. Y'all about to get me started, man. Yo, man, I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to chill, man. It's like, yo, man, that Black King was a little too impactful, huh? Because at that time, that Black Panther was in the top 5 grossing movies of all time. And it didn't even release in all markets. It didn't even release in all markets, and it was still one of the top 5 grossing movies of all time, at least at that time. So I don't know, like I don't want to put that on people, because I'm sure there's some well-intended people that are behind that. But at the same time, it really smells like a situation to where they use that to push an agenda that they clearly already had in place. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that, especially when it's not in service to when it's not even in service to the story. It's not even in service to the story. Yo, Chuck, what's that with it, dog? How you living, man? Appreciate you pulling up, baby. He said, I'll pay the fines. Let's go there. Hey, man. Hey, man. I'm not sure if any of us got enough bread to cover the fines that this conversation could eventually take us to. Like this shit could be this shit could really go crazy. This shit could really get kind of wild if we really decide to go there. Because I've had conversations like for the last 4 years, no 3 years, because Chadwick Boseman passed 3 years ago. It was in 2020. So for the last 3 years, I've been talking about this. Man, if we really decide to go there about, yo, man. Yo, man. Let me see something. Said it wouldn't surprise me to play gay. Yo, that's deep, bro. Disney said, you know, we're gonna need you to dial it back. Yo, man, hey, man. Said Black Panther was highly overrated. To be honest, I'll put it like this, man. As a film, I thought it was just an okay movie. It's just an okay movie to me. But what that movie represents as far as its impact, as far as the imagery that it presented to a whole lot of kids, I thought was just really, really dope. And the fact that something like that had that much outreach and that much of an impact, it was very important, man. It was very important. It was very important, especially at that time. Say you and Citron do a pod, yo, man. See, man, like it's funny you say that, Ant. It's funny you say that, Ant, because I've literally known him since I was like 14 years old. We've had a lot of conversations like this anyway. Like we used to have these types of conversations regardless. Yo, man. Yo, man. That would be Patreon. That would be Patreon. That shit could get out of pocket. That shit could get out of pocket quick. I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against it, man. My man, have a pop culture conversation. Yo, man. Said the movement was unmatched. Absolutely. You see, the issue was The issue was that it wasn't accepted everywhere. And you know why it wasn't accepted everywhere, Shatron? Because it wasn't released everywhere. They inherently had, I really do believe they inherently had a lack of faith in that product. And then when it overperformed what their projections were, I think it really threw them off internally. I think it threw them off internally because it wasn't even released in as many places as their other films were. That's what made the numbers they did so unbelievable. The fact that it overperformed by such a large margin in the markets in which that it was released in, because it wasn't released in as many. So I mean, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I'm saying, like, to add on to that, it would have been accepted by even more people if they had more faith to release the product in more markets. It theoretically should have done better. It should have did better. That's the crazy thing about it. Man. Man, yo. we going down a path right now, man. We're going down a path. Said Bad Shine only fuck with Africa's resource. Hey man, that's why I said, man, we going down a path right now. We going down a path right now, man. We going down a path that could absolutely, we going down a path that could absolutely supersede anything about Marvel right now. Yo, Ant-Man, we towing a line. We towing a line right now, man. Yeah, yo, man, that's what I'm saying. How about them Pistons, though? How about the Pistons? How about the Pistons, man? How about them? I think it's about time Jaden Ivey starts, man. Monty Williams need to stop playing. That China market is their market. They got Shang-Chi. They do. They do. They do. They do indeed, don't they? They do. They do. They do, man. Say it did big numbers without Asia. Just saying. Top 5 grossing movies ever. One of the top 5 grossing movies ever without the Asian market. Said drive rush that path. Yo, man, Chuck, chill, man. Chill, man. I'm not trying to drive rush with the jury medium punch, man. I ain't trying to do that. I ain't trying to get +6 on that topic right now, dog. You trying to kill me. You trying to kill me. You trying to kill me. Chuck trying to get me +6 on that topic. I ain't trying to be, man. So, all right, I derailed this. Yo, man. Yo, man. Yo, man. I just say this. I'm riding with you. I'm riding with you. You derailed it, but you didn't derail. You derailed it, but you didn't. Cause I'm riding with a lot of what you said, man. So you was at the Golden State game, was you? Yo, that's fire, bruh. That's fire. That was a good ass game. That was a good ass game. I actually thought they had a chance for a minute. They turned up in the third quarter. They turned up in the third quarter. They might have just ran out of gas in the fourth, though. We're so undermanned. We're so undermanned right now. So I feel like they're trying to showcase him before trade deadline to ship him, but he's untradeable. Man, need to go ahead and just trade Killian, man. Get Killian, man. Get Killian out the way, man. Get Killian out the way, man. So we need to go ahead and let AD go. Man, you let AD go, man. LeBron gonna. Oh, that's who you talking about. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. Okay. Honestly, that kind of makes sense. They gonna keep giving him minutes because they want to up his value. I respect that. I get it. But man, I'm just like, yo. I mean, it feels like they're doing that at the expense of Ivy's progression, though. Like I wish they toted that line a little better. I wish they walked that tightrope a little bit better. That's all. Said my wife says she applauds you. She applauds your ability to say shit without saying it. Yo, man. Real recognize it. Man, cause the amount of things that the amount of thoughts that I have about Disney and Marvel. He said that was a good little talk though, because that trailer, goodness gracious. Yeah, man. I mean, y'all stuck with Anthony Davis though. Because at the end of the day, man, like you can't trade away your most talented player, and then you got to lean even more on a 40-year-old LeBron. So I definitely don't speak the truth on my YouTube channel no more. Yo, man, like you can't, man. You can't, dog. Man, dog, we're in the era of virtual reality TV, bro. We are in the Matrix, dog. Like you can't be out here playing. Said AD and Bron gonna get moved on. They won't be worth nothing. Yeah, I mean that's it. Honestly, I think Bron is gonna dip out in the in the next year or two anyway. I think Bron is dipping out because Bron is already talking about his plans on bringing a franchise to Las Vegas. He's talking about that while he is an active player. So I know he's already thinking about, his post playing career. I like Bron. I don't think they're even gonna need to move on from him. I think he's gonna transition. But AD though, I mean, I guess it depends on what you can get for him. Because now, like in today's NBA, like you may just want to flip him for draft assets. So I can't believe Boston lost. I mean, everybody was gonna lose eventually, man. Everybody gonna lose eventually. Anthony Edwards is the man though. Anthony Edwards is. Whew. Man, Minnesota better enjoy him while they got him. Said they are, but Ivy mom a coach. Yeah, and for sure schooled her son up to the business. That's a fact. Say you never want a team when it's contract time to be in a position to say you ain't a team player. That's real. That's real. That's real. Said bro got 9 points on his last outing. That meanwhile other centers getting triple doubles out here. I mean, all right. He's not as good as Joker. He's not as good as Joker. I mean, surprise, surprise. He's not as good as Joker out here, but if you take Joker off the board, you take Embiid off the board, man, he's better than every other center. Still. Said maybe we can try and trade him for Chet. Yeah, right. Ain't no way OKC getting up off of Chet hungry. They trade AD for 2 packs of Skittles and a 12th round pick. That's deep. So what's crazy is Bron could have had another 5 rings if he wanted the rings by coming off the bench. Facts. Said they got to get rid of Cat. I believe so. But honestly, I believe the writing was on the wall for Cat anyway. As soon as they made that trade for Rudy Gobert out in Minnesota, I think the writing was on the wall for one of them to get moved. Said no one wants Cat. I don't believe that. Now, are people gonna give up the farm to get Cat? Nah. But they say nobody want him. I don't know about that. He said AD ain't never been that guy. He was that guy in New Orleans. That's why the Lakers felt comfortable trading their entire team for him. Like, he was that guy in New Orleans. Yo, Chips, what's happening with it, baby? Get you up here one time. What's that? Said mentality and health ain't there. See, I think the health is the bigger problem than the mentality, honestly. I think the health is the bigger problem. The fact that you can't count on him to stay on the floor is a bigger problem. That Cat is soft and he ain't got that dog in him. I mean, really though, if we breaking it down, how many players in the league got that dog in them nowadays in 2023 going into 24? How many players really got the, like, there are more players that you could say that about than players who don't. You don't have to have a dog in you. The dog in you is what separates you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the ones that had a dog in them are the ones with the lesser talent. None. Thank you, Chips. It's a business. They trying to get paid. Facts, bruh. We talk about the Clippers right now. Like, Russell Westbrook got more of a dog inside of him than Paul George. So that's where mentality comes in. You a pro. What you doing every year to improve your body? Yoga, vegan. I mean, and you know what? I don't disagree with that statement in itself, but that statement could literally be applied to most of the NBA. That statement can be applied to most of the NBA. Jordan and Kobe had the mental but stay within frame, but Jordan and Kobe a different breed from a different time. Said no, it can't. Why not? Why not? Those dudes all get paid. Those dudes all get paid. It's applied to the guy who can never reach his potential. But see, the thing is, there are a lot of people that never reach their potential in the NBA. There are a lot of people in the NBA that don't reach their potential. They not getting AD money. All right, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. But I'll say this too. Those people that had that potential, they're still not offering the amount of production that Anthony Davis does, even without that dog in him, even without that mentality. Anthony Davis can still be productive. Is still a very productive player, despite not reaching what his actual potential is. Because yeah, it's easy for Best to point out that game in which he had 9 points, but there are times, but more often than not, he is a walking double-double, even knowing that he is still not maximizing his potential. He's still a walking double-double. The problem is that he has that other side of him that'll pop out every now and then. That's the problem. But if we're gonna talk about what Anthony Davis is on a regular basis, I just pulled up his last 3 games. He had 9 points and 6 rebounds. Before that, he had 28 and 13 off 10 out of 15 shooting. 28 and 13. He had 27 and 10 the game before that against the Clippers. He is averaging 23.9 points a game and 12 rebounds on 55% shooting. So yeah, it's easy to bring that. It's easy to bring up the games in which he does underperform, because he has those moments. He has those moments. But let's not act like that's the regular. Let's not act like it's the regular. It's not. It's not at all. He said you can't get past 40 to 50 games a year. That's why I say the health is a bigger concern. That's why I say the health is a bigger concern. I don't have anything to say like to the 40 or 50 games a year aspect, because I'm with you on that. I agree. I agree. I can't dispute that. But when he's on the floor, more likely than not, he's giving you production. His averages indicate that. He said regular season don't matter unless we need the wins to get there. He produced in the playoffs too. He produced in the playoffs as well last year. To keep it real, he's the reason why they went to the Western Conference Finals last year. He's the reason. He's the reason why. And I'm not saying this as a Lakers or Anthony Davis fan necessarily, but I watched the playoffs last year. The dude was beasting, and the dude was actually putting numbers up against Joker. It was just that the Nuggets were better than the Lakers last year. The Nuggets are better than the Lakers this year. He said he had one good game against Joker. What constitutes a good game? What constitutes a good game? Because like I just pulled it up. Anthony Davis averaged 22.6 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 blocks in 16 games in the 2023 playoffs. So ain't missed several games during the run. People miss games. People miss games, but when he was on the floor, he played well. And he said 16 games in the playoffs. He said with 2 game 7s. Yeah, you said 2 game 7s. They didn't have 2 game 7s. Like what playoffs did you watch last year? They didn't. I know they didn't go 7 games against Denver. They didn't win 1 game against them, and they didn't go 7 against Golden State. Game 6s. That's what I'm saying. Like they didn't play a game 7. They didn't play a game 7, and he played every game. He played every game too. He played every game. He played every game. Now you know what? I'm gonna read off just his point totals. You know what? I'm gonna read off his point and rebounds. 22 and 12. 13 and 9, 31 and 17, 12 and 11, okay. 31 and 19, 16 and 14, 30 and 23, 11 and 7, okay. 25 and 13, 23 and 15, 23 and 9, 17 and 20. 40 and 10, 18 and 14, 28 and 18, 21 and 14. Now the last four were against Joker. The last 4 that I read off were against Joker. So apparently if you have 28 and 18, that's a bad game. He also had 40 and 10. You said, didn't he miss Golden State games? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He was out there. He was out there. He was out there, man. You was on your 2K playoffs, man. It's all good. You was on your 2K joints, man. Say anything under 20 points from him is bad. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Like, all right, cool. Like, let's say anything that's under 18 or under 20 is bad. All right, cool. Then that means he still had 3 good games against the Joker. You said he only had 1. That's like that's what I'm saying. I think people have a habit of remembering his bad performances or his performances that are a little bit subpar to the standard that he should be performing at. 18 points and 14 rebounds is still a good game. It's still like that is still a good game. He just didn't knock down a couple more baskets than he could have. But if you have 14 rebounds, man, that's good. That's good if you got 14 rebounds, bruh. Especially, man, especially on the other end, you gotta deal with covering the Joker. You got you know, part of the Joker assignment too. Homeboy put up, he put up 40, he put up 40 and 10, 18 and 14, 28 and 18, and 21 and 14. I'm not here acting as Anthony Davis's agent. I'm not. But like when people say that, you know, people say that, you know, we got to get rid of Anthony Davis and Anthony Davis ain't worth nothing. Yo, man. Y'all got to really take a good look at all the alternatives that are in the NBA right now. He's still better than most of them. He's better than most of them when he's available, which is his biggest drawback. We can talk about his mentality, and to an extent I'll agree, but that's not his biggest problem. His biggest problem is availability, and there's no way around that. I'm not even gonna try and argue that, but at the same time, when he's on the floor, most of the time he's going to be productive. He's going to be productive. To actually considering the situation, they needed 30 from him every game for the equation. That's not necessarily true, because he put up 40 and they lost. Like he's lost in games where they put up 40. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all right. You know what? All right, I see where we're going. I see where we're going. I see where we're going. We're just gonna keep moving the goalposts. We're gonna keep moving the goalposts over and over until it fulfills the narrative. All right, cool. All right, cool. Said he rose to the occasion once and showed he wasn't physically in the same space as the Joker. Of course not. The Joker, he has an argument right now to be the best player in basketball. Just because he's not as good as the Joker don't mean that he's not a productive player. Man, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this, man. I'm not doing this, bruh. Like, man, like now apparently, man, like if you're not as good as Joker or Giannis, saying they was trying to clown Joker on the low too, then I'm not listening to them people either. I don't like they trying to clown somebody that averages a triple double. Yo, man, like I'm not listening to who is they? Who are these they? Because maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. Like maybe we need to cut down on the amount of conversations that we have with these they people. Who is they? Who are they? He said, no, if you don't beat your matchup and show up and defeat the opponent in the finals, the critique is going to come. Absolutely. The critique is going to come, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that we can just willy-nilly just throw out any type of critique or narrative when it doesn't fit. It has to still be able to fit what you're talking about. We can't just willy-nilly throw out anything. Like people are really trying to have these narratives out here like Anthony Davis is not a productive player just because he doesn't play to his potential for whatever reason. whether it's justified or not. He may not play to that potential every single game, whether it's because of injury, whether it's because of mentality, whatever. We can have that conversation. But to imply that he does not show up on the court when he's able to play and be a productive player most of the time, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, somebody is gonna lose. That's the nature of competition. Somebody's gonna lose. So that doesn't mean, you said, would you give AD a max contract? It depends on the situation that my team is in. It depends on the situation that my team is in. Like what other options do I have on the market? Said the Lakers right now. If I'm the GM, let me look up how old Anthony Davis is right now. Anthony Davis is 30? No. No. And only because of his age. Not because of anything else. If he was 3 years younger, I would, yes. It's only because of his age. I would not give him a max contract right now. If he was 28, he'd be 33 at the end of that contract. If he was 27, I would. If he was 27, I would. If he was 27, I got a 40-year-old LeBron that I'm putting 40 minutes on right now, and I know I don't have a chance in hell at getting Giannis. He said I wouldn't give him a max contract because he is very injury prone. Man, injury prone nowadays don't make a difference, man. Look at all the money Kawhi Leonard done got. Like everybody want to act like Anthony Davis is the most injury prone player in the league, man. Kawhi Leonard for the last 3 years has been the ultimate poster child for load management. Pause. Like, come on, are we gonna objectively look at everything? He's played more than Kawhi Leonard has. Kawhi Leonard, when he's on the floor, he's absolutely an upper echelon player, but he's been on the floor less. So that's what I'm saying. But for some reason, everybody always wants to talk about Anthony Davis. Everybody always want to talk about AD. No, like there are a lot of people out here. There are a lot of people out here that have this stigma attached to them, yet they still get banked. Injuries come with the game. Injuries come with the game. Like you give these guys that kind of money based on the hope and the assumption that they're going to be on the floor. But the injury bug could hit anybody. Said Kawhi starting to get that same criticism. It shouldn't just be starting. That's what I'm saying. And you know what? I'm not saying that you're wrong, but it shouldn't just be starting. He's literally had that stigma about him since 2017. Ever since he was with the Spurs, he had been dealing with that. So why is it that he's just now starting to get that criticism in damn near 2024? When Anthony Davis has been dealing with that joint for the last 5 years, and Kawhi has missed more time. Why is that? Oh, okay. All right. That PG too, absolutely. Absolutely. And we can go down the list. We can go down the list. He said, I wouldn't even say unlike AD though Claw a dog and shows up every time. Shows up for how much? I mean, like we're talking about, like, because one of your arguments was talking about how they show up in the playoffs. He's never there for them. He's never there for them. When is he ever there? He hasn't had a significant playoff run since Toronto. So what does this show up every time? If we're going by your argument, say you're right. And Kawhi missed an entire. He's missed an entire season and a half. He's missed an entire season and a half. He missed an entire season and a half of another one consecutively. Like AD would just be in and out of the lineup all the time. AD, like you can count on him and just be in and out of the lineup. Like you just never know when AD gonna show up on the injury report. You just never know. But he ain't never missed a whole season. Like come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Like I said, man, I ain't here trying to be Anthony Davis's agent, but at the same time, like we got to relax with some of these narratives that we just arbitrarily throw around to just particular players when there are people that are just as, if not more, guilty of the same shit. If we're gonna hold this person to task about a given narrative, how about we just go ahead and talk about everybody? Let's talk about everybody then. So I see Kawhi retiring soon. He almost Brandon Roy status. It wouldn't surprise me. Just because he's on the Lakers. Fuck that. Ben Simmons Ben Simmons another one. Ben Simmons another one. And you know what, Bats is probably right. It probably is because he's on the Lakers. It probably is. That still don't mean that we should just ignore everybody else that's even more guilty of the same shit. That's crazy. Like Kawhi Leonard is like. Kawhi Leonard has missed the most time, the only person I remember missing more time, like within a given span, was like Derrick Rose for that period of time in which he was just trying to get it back together. You know what I'm saying? Or Gilbert Arenas when he was trying to get it back together. So also you're supposed to. I mean, I'm not discounting none of that. I feel you on that, Bats. But if we gonna look at everything, for being equal, it doesn't hold water. It doesn't hold water. It's a lot of holes in that argument. Said Klay Thompson. I mean. Yeah, Klay Thompson. Yeah, Klay. Yeah, Klay's missed time. Like he. Yeah, you're right. Klay done missed a little bit of time. Yeah, Klay missed a little bit of time. But yeah, man, I think folks need to relax a little bit with AD, man. Because the type of production that he will give your team on a regular basis, man. Any team will want that. And the only thing that will hold me back from giving him a max contract right now is his age, because the injury and his ability to stay on the court is not going to get easier from here. It's not going to get easier, which again comes back to the health thing, not that mentality thing, So AD don't play it long enough to give you production. Hey man, I just read off some stats, man. Them shit sound productive, man. I just read some stats off, man. I just gave you some stats, baby. That man averaging 24 and 12 right now, man. I'll take them. So I'm good on AD. I mean, to be honest, I would be good on AD too. I would like a 30-year-old AD. I'm cool, because I know it's going to become more and more difficult to keep that man on the floor. Because see, the thing is, I'm talking about the 24 and 12 that he's giving you. He gonna give you that 24. He gonna give you that 24 and 12 if he on the floor, but he only gonna be on the if he only on the floor for like 50 games. I don't know if you can max that type of dude out at 30 years old. Not at 30 years old. Said, to be honest, I think Lakers' main problem is the lack of perimeter defense. Everyone's blowing by D'Lo and Austin Reeves. That's true. That's true. It's like he wasn't ready for a team like the Lakers, who would play him more time than he was played previously. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know. So that's my point. I mean, like, I can't argue that, Chuck. I can't argue that, Chuck. Like, throughout this whole thing, that seems like that probably is gonna come off like I'm just up here, like I'm Anthony Davis's attorney. I can't argue around his lack of availability. I can't argue that. So if you say I'm good on him just based on that alone, all right, cool. You're right. You're right. But like when he's on the floor though, whether it's those 40 or 50 games, you know what pretty much you get. You know what you getting pretty much though. Now if you decide like, all right, cool, I'm that 24 and 12 for 50 games just ain't enough to justify it. Hey, I feel you. And I'll be inclined to agree because of his age. He said he played less than 4 quarters with the Pelicans. Nah, that's not true. That's not true. Yeah, that's not true at all. They kept that man on the floor. They kept that man on the floor when he was with the Pelicans. Said, dog, check. You know what? We'll bring up his playoff runs. I'll bring up his playoff runs. 2015 playoffs when he was with the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Golden State Warriors. 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 46 minutes, 40 minutes. 2018 playoffs, Pelicans versus Blazers. 40 minutes, 35 minutes, 38 minutes. Second round versus the Warriors in 2018. 33 minutes, 42 minutes, 40 minutes, 39 minutes, 45 minutes. In actuality, If we're talking about his playoff appearances, he played less with the Lakers than he did with the Pelicans. He played less. So I thought during his last year with the Pelicans, he sat out during fourth quarters. He sat out during fourth quarters because they didn't want him to get hurt. They didn't want him to get hurt because they knew they were trading him. Like that's a different reason. That's a different reason. That was just during during that period of time when they knew that they were trading him. They wanted to make sure he didn't get injured. That's completely different. That's completely different. I'm talking about his entire, like, he spent years with the Pelicans. He spent years with the Pelicans. Like, no, like he was playing with the Pelicans. They ain't had nobody else. So they just wanted to make sure that commodity that they was gonna trade didn't end up, getting hurt and fucking up his trade value for what they was gonna be doing in that following summer. That's what that was. But nah, don't think that was indicative of like his entire tenure in New Orleans. That wasn't. Yeah, they had him hooping. Yeah, they had that boy hooping. They ain't had nobody else. All right. But yeah, man, like man, y'all in a great position where y'all can talk down on 24 and 12 like that, man. That shit is crazy. That now that I think about it, has Kyrie ever played a full season? Yo, man, another one. That's another example right there. You can talk about Kyrie, we can talk about Harden. Talking about a lot of people. So off topic, has any of you experienced sound issues with Chrome? Like you don't hear sound from Chrome? Not offhand. Not offhand. Yeah, not offhand. So yeah, he missed the season in the bubble. Yeah, that McDonald's classic that barely even count. Yeah, that them little 8 games in the bubble barely even count, dog. I ain't gonna hold that against Kai. Yeah, man, it's a McDonald's classic, man. That joint was like this much of a step above AAU, bro. Like, man, I don't like count that bullshit, man. Like, count that goofy ass, man. All right, man. And crazy thing, man. LeBron go out of his way to try and justify that joint. LeBron go out of his way to try to cap for that joint, man. He was like, yo, man, that was the toughest one we ever got. I'm like, all right, man. All right, cool, man. Y'all ain't had no travel. Y'all ain't had no hostile environments. Y'all ain't had no road games. All right, man. You want to talk about it? That was the toughest one. All right, bet. All right, cool, Brian. I feel you. That's the one that got you to number 4. All right, cool. Hey, I feel you, Brian. But I know what you're doing, man. I know what you're doing. I hear you though. I hear you. I know what you're doing. Boy had the super cap on. That joint was crazy. That joint, man, he had the crown. He had the crown, but that joint had a brim like this on it. Like that just was crazy. That LeBron created COVID. Yo, man, that's a crazy conspiracy theory right there, bro. Yo, that's wild. That's wild, bro. Like, yo, man, with that's the tinfoil hat we gonna put on, bro. That's what we doing. LeBron, like, yo, man. I don't know about all these road games, man. It's somewhere to happen. Somewhere to happen, man. We all played playoffs, man. It was just one location that ain't got no fans in there. We ain't gotta travel. We ain't gotta get on no planes, man. Might be able to pull something off. Yo, man, no, man, yeah, man. You got that tinfoil hat, man. You got that joint on 10 right now. You got that joint on 10, man. You wildin' right now. Say that Clippers choke was legendary. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. That boy Jamal Murray balled out too. Like I can't just put it all on the Clippers, man. Like Jamal Murray was balling out too, though. Jamal Murray lost his damn mind. See, that the Clippers choke was legendary because that was the last time. Did Kawhi play that whole series? I'm thinking he did. I'm thinking Kawhi played the whole series then. I think that's the last playoff series he played too. I'm thinking it was. Say, yo, wanted to cut down travel and rest his knees. Yo, man, I feel it, man. I feel it, man. Use that little bit of leverage you got, man, to go ahead, you know. Go ahead, secure number 4. I respect it. I respect it. Like, yo, man, I'm gonna do what I need to do, man. Yo, man, Steph is tied up with me, man. I need number 4. I need number 4. Yeah, Murray was tripping, man. Jamal Murray was wilding. He was wilding during that whole stretch in the bubble. Like that's the very last time that we could say that, you know, that Joker wasn't the best player on his team. Said all LeBron apparel comes from, yo, that's wild, man. That's wild, dog. This is crazy right now, man. COVID order 66, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is wild, man. That boy LeBron put the initiative out there, man. He said push the button. He said push the button. I'm tired with Steph, man. Can't have this, man. I'm tired with Steph. Push the button. So I can't even hate on Brian no more. My guy, dinosaur and athlete years. I mean, you know what? Can't hate on him at all. Can't hate on the boy at all, man. Yeah, man. No hate for the boy at all, man. Not at all. Yeah, no hate for him, but you see what you're doing, Brian. I do see what he doing. Make no mistake about it, man. Like he is good at manipulating narratives, man. I'm just saying. Like he is good at that, man. He is good at that. Which, you know, like, hey, man, more power to him. More power to him. But I see you. I see you though. Said LeBron agent dude look like Emperor Palpatine. Yo, man, that's wild. That's wild, man. Man, talking about he looks like Palpatine, bruh. This is crazy. But yeah, man, I'm probably gonna get ready to wrap this thing up in a few, man. I did not anticipate, man. Like I don't even know how we got from Marvel to the NBA. I don't even know how we get to these conversations. But we do. We just get there. Yeah, I don't even know how we get to these conversations, man. We like, man, I'm glad in a way that we was able to get away from that Marvel conversation without getting cut off midstream, because it was absolutely headed that direction. Said because we got too far down the rabbit hole, pause, and had to change subjects. All right, cool. Okay, so it was just boom. We had to come up on some type of exit, and that was the one. All right, cool. So it wasn't really no segue. We just like, skirt, we off this highway. All right, back. All right. Said great convo. Yeah, man, it was. Said you was scared. Goddamn right. Yup. Yep. Don't deny it. Sometimes, man, there's a very thin line between scared and smart. You know what I'm saying? There's not that big of a difference between the two. Sometimes if you're just walking around just unafraid, that might be because you're just a stupid motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Not everything just made for you to deal with all the time. You gotta pick your fights. You can't just go in head first on everything. That's how you get your head bust. Especially nowadays when you're on a live microphone, there, man. Nah. We gotta be careful around here. We gotta be careful. So yes, I was scared. I urge my fellow content creators out here to exercise a little bit of fear in the way that they operate too. Have a little bit of fear in you. Have some fear. It won't kill you. It might actually save you. But yeah, man, let me get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody pulled up, man. Watch this on the back end, man. Y'all don't spill by now, man. I know this was supposed to largely be about a conversation about Capcom, Fortnite, and Street Fighter 6. Long story short, it's kind of messed up that they're Fortnite and Street Fighter 6 at the cost of what the core community wants. But hey, man, what can we do about it? Now I'm talking about what can we do about it, man? We just gotta make our voices heard a little bit more. I'm about to ask about Outfit 3. I'm about to ask them what's happening. And I urge, you know, everybody else to do the same out here, man. Ant Dog, appreciate you. True Bleed, appreciate you. AG, Bats, everybody was up in here. AJ Pace, Blackett, Chuck, you already know what time it is. Citron, you already know what time it is, man. What else? Who else? Chips was up in here for a minute. Bobby Bottles in here for a minute. My dog Karoshi. That's the homie I met, you know, from my locals up here in Vegas, man. It's one of my brothers in arms now, man. You know, we formed a bond through battle. So yeah, man. Who else? I'm just scrolling up right now. All right, I ain't gonna scroll up forever, man. But yeah, man, y'all know who y'all, man. I appreciate everybody that pulled up. Said, what villains do you want in Spider-Man 3? As many as they can throw in. As many as they can throw in. That's how many I want. That's what villains I want. I want Venom to return as Eddie Brock. I want Carnage. I want Doc Ock to return. I want the Green Goblin. I want to see what Kingpin do. I want what else? Yup, Hydro Man. Want him up in the mix. And everybody else that they hinted. I don't know if we're spoiler safe or not, but everybody else that they hinted, which was, you know, quite a few people. So yeah, man, I will catch y'all on the flip flop. I will see y'all. I'm gonna be streaming a little bit early on Thursday. I will let you guys know the time, but it'll be a little bit earlier. But probably be like around like 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern. So I'll let y'all know what's up either way. But yeah, man, I'm thinking it'll be a little bit earlier. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves and each other, man. I'm about to get up out of this piece, man. Be good. Peace.